Well, what's up, everybody? I'm JC.
And I'm Maceo.
And welcome to Transit Live. Well, before you get too far, go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to know when we drop new content on this channel.
And guys, if it is your first time here, if you guys don't know what Transit is about, Transit is all about inspiring and equipping you to help you guys discover a faith of your own. Transit is for you, your friends, and their friends. And we are just so happy that you guys are here with us today.
Absolutely. And if it's your first time here, we're so glad you're here with us today. We'd love to get to know who you are and connect you to a group. So go ahead, click that first-time guest link in the description, and we'd love to send you a $5 gift card to wherever you like.
Wherever you like.
Awesome. Well, we're going to go ahead and kick it out to another round of the Not So Summer Olympics. And after that, I'm going to bring a couple of my friends up here.
All right, guys, welcome to the next round of the Not So Summer Olympics. Right now, I have Maceo.
Hi.
And Brooke with me. So, guys, we are going to be playing a wonderful challenge called the 6-foot challenge. So right here in my hand, I have a tape measure. I'm going to be holding this end, and the contestants for 3 rounds are going to be coming up one after the other, grabbing the other end and walking as far as they think 6 feet is, and they're going to say stop. And I will then turn it over and tell them what they got, how far they went. And the one that is closest to 6 feet wins that round. Okay. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yep.
Understandable.
All right. Brooke, would you like to go first?
Sure.
Go ahead.
All right. Stop.
All right, let's see. You got 6 feet and 2 inches. Maceo,
All right.
you think you can beat it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Stop.
Maceo, you got 6 feet and 6.5 inches.
Dang it!
Brooke wins round 1. All right, guys, next round. Are you ready?
Yep.
Yeah. Go.
All right, Maceo, would you like to go first this time?
Yes.
See if we can do a little bit better.
Stop. Wait. Okay. Wait. No. Yep. Stop.
You didn't move it at all. 6 feet and 1/2 inch. Ow! All right, Brooke, let's go ahead. Come on.
Can't beat that. Can't beat that. I'm in her head. She can't beat that.
Stop.
6 feet exactly. Brooke wins round 2. All right, let's see if you can redeem yourself. Maceo, next round.
Bro, is this Walmart brand or something?
This is Bostitch.
Just give him the. Just stop. Wait. Okay. Just do it.
6 feet 6 inches. All right, Brooke, let's see if you can win. Let's see if you can pull a hat trick.
All right.
Come on.
Stop.
6 feet 5 inches.
Hey.
Brooke won all 3 rounds. All right. So I want to say congratulations and thank you so much for competing, Maceo, but Brooke is the winner. So, Brooke, we are going to have you pull from the girls' bucket. Can we get that out? Come on, let's go ahead and come forward.
Here.
All right, let's see. Who did you pull?
Allison's.
Scarborough.
All right,
Scarborough.
Allison Scarborough, you will be getting donuts delivered to your house within the next
Today.
week. Today. Sorry, today. You'll be getting donuts today.
Yes.
Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another round of the Not So Summer Olympics. We will see you next week.
Hey everyone, it's John, and I am really excited to just take a moment to talk to you guys with a bunch of my friends up here. As some of you, hopefully all of you at this point have heard, JC Mahaffey, my friend and yours, as he would like to say, our student ministry director. Today is his last Sunday as the student ministry director for Transit and Inside Out. And I love JC, and I am so thankful for the 4 years that he's invested in our church and in all of you. And so while we all are obviously sad that, for the relationship of JC leaving, or the relationship we have with JC, that kind of coming to a close with him being here, we know that friendship is not going anywhere, and that we just wanted to take a few minutes with all of my friends that are up here just to express our gratitude to JC and just to say thank you to him, because here's the thing that we know is that unfortunately, due to all of like the social distancing stuff and everything, there hasn't been an opportunity. There hasn't been an opportunity for all of us to be in one space together to do that. So I want to give my friends that are up here an opportunity to just share some of the reasons why they're grateful for JC and thankful for him. And I'm sure some of them will probably have a good memory or two to share. But I also will tell you a little bit about how you guys can also get to see JC in person this upcoming week. So Maceo, you want to kick us off real quick as we celebrate JC together?
So the reason why I'm just so grateful for JC, well, number one is I wouldn't even get home after we get done filming this because he's my ride home. So that's another thing. And just JC, he's
Such
a fun, he's just such a cool person. He's genuinely funny at times. I had to pause to link that out. And you know, one of my favorite things to do that like me and my friend Brian kind of started out of nowhere is just teaching JC some like slang terms.
Oh yeah.
Like some brand new slang terms. So JC, do you have like any that you remember, like top 3?
Yeah, top 3. Third favorite is weird flex.
Weird flex.
Weird flex. I like that one. Getting clapped.
Getting clapped.
Getting clapped is one that I've just appreciated. And then full cap yes.
Me and Brian didn't teach him that one for you guys.
Full cap yes.
We did not teach
Try
him
it.
that.
Try it somewhere.
We did not teach him that. He learned that on
Brian
his
told
own.
me to do that, and then Maceo
Denied it.
appreciate it.
No.
Well, now I understand why everyone in the office has always been so confused by the things that JC says. It's because he got it all from you and Brian.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh my
we
goodness.
didn't think it was gonna get that bad.
That is so funny. Well, JC, I would agree with Maceo. You've been a great Uber for the past 4 years for many people along the way. Haley, do you have anything you'd just like to say?
I'm just super grateful and thankful for you and all the opportunities that you've presented me with, and like continuing to like push me and encourage me to do things outside of my box. And like even if I think I couldn't do it, you were always there to like be like, nah, you got it. Like you're fine. Like you can do it. Trust me. And I will never forget when he was like, I think I was a freshman, and I was chilling back here in the production booth, bugging him as usual. And he goes, yeah, you're going to be a small group leader in 10th grade, so just be prepared. And I was like,
It's probably the best thing he's ever said to you.
and I was like, alrighty.
That's awesome.
And I'm so glad that happened.
Hey, it was a good choice.
He doesn't really ask.
Great
if you're
life
okay with
choice.
things. He just kind of.
Yeah, he just kind of is like, all right, you're doing this because you can do it.
I wonder where he gets that from.
Noted. Got it. Thanks for
that.
sharing that, and we're so glad that you're a small group leader.
Me too.
Speaking of small group leaders, our small group leader coach.
Yeah. I am just super thankful that you gave me the opportunity to work with the students and work with the leaders and kind of come alongside you in ministry. It's been a blast from 6th grade camp to my life. I mean, nobody goes into ministry for set hours or set time, and you have done it the best way and with just such a positive attitude, and you love these kids and you love your leaders just about as much as you love Jesus and everybody around you. And it's just been a true blessing to be able to lead well with you and love these kids and students with you, and we're gonna miss you a whole lot. And I'm gonna stop.
You're getting a little teary there.
Yeah, and that doesn't ever happen, so
Well,
you
what's
just made me
clear,
cry.
obviously, is that JC's had a big impact on everybody that's on the stage, on our church, and our city, and frankly, all of you that are watching this right now. And so here's what I know is that that in this season, it's kind of, we've been trying to figure out, like, how do we do this well? How do we create an opportunity for students to, get to see JC, for all of you to get to see JC. He's not going anywhere, like, tomorrow. He's going to be in town for a little while longer.
We'll find where he lives at.
And JC, apparently Maceo is going to stalk JC to wherever he moves
I
to
will
next.
find where he stays
But
at.
here's the main thing that I want you guys to know is that we are super grateful for JC. We know that you are super grateful for JC, and we have tried to figure out a way to give you guys an opportunity to see JC in person and to just thank him and say goodbye and express your gratitude and all that type of stuff to him. So here's how you're going to be able to do that. And I've already sent your parents an email about this. You are going to be able to hang out with JC at an open house type of an experience at Patty Cakes, which is a coffee shop and cupcake emporium in Hale Plantation this week on Wednesday and Thursday from 4 to 7 p.m. So what we want you guys to do is just swing on by. Anthem is going to pay for all the cupcakes and all the coffee and drinks and everything for everybody. And it's going to be outside, so it's going to be safe and okay for you to show up if you feel comfortable to see JC, say goodbye, and just share maybe some gratitude and some thoughts with him. And hopefully your parents have told you about something else that I emailed them about that you guys are going to be helping me with to surprise JC in the next couple of days. So thank you guys so much for helping me love on JC well, to express gratitude. This type of stuff makes JC really uncomfortable. So I need you to help me make
facial expression changes.
Oh, it's amazing. I need you to help me make JC even more uncomfortable by showing up at Patty Cakes over the next couple of days. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being a part of Transit and Inside Out. And thank you for just giving us a few moments to celebrate JC and express our gratitude towards him. And we want you guys to do that as well in person this week. So we hope that you enjoy your talk today. I'm going to hand it back over to JC.
Awesome, guys. Well, we're going to head out to the messages today, so stay tuned, and then I'll see you guys right after.
Welcome back. My name is Jen McGee, and I am so excited to be here today as we continue our series Into the Unknown. You know, each week and each day, we're gaining more and more understanding of what this uncertain time looks like and what we can expect. But the truth is, there's still so much unknown, and we're always going to be asking the question, how do I deal with this unknown? How do I deal with this situation, this season of uncertain times? Whether you know it or not, your parents, your grandparents, the people who are raising you, your step-parents, your aunts and uncles, they've influenced the way that you handle the unknown. Just like you've learned how to cut your sandwich, right? Maybe you're cutting it in half, maybe on the diagonal, maybe in 4 squares. You learned that from someone. Someone influenced the way you cut your sandwich, and you probably don't even think about it. You just naturally cut your sandwich. Well, the same is true with how we deal with the unknown. We've learned the way to handle these kind of situations from those who have influenced us. And so this week, we're going to look at 2 generations of people back in history. We're going to look at how they faced the unknown and how their stories are totally different and what we can learn from both of them. Our stories begin with Moses. See, Moses was chosen by God to pull the Israelites out of Egypt, out of slavery, and enter into this land, this promised land that God had given them. This was going to be their home, it would be their nation, and it would be their future. And so as they're wandering to the land and they get to this land, Moses, he's left and he's charged. He's like, I'm going to send these spies in to see the land, make sure we're good to go, because after all, it's super unknown. We doesn't know what to expect. But God has said that we could do this. And so let's look at what happens for Moses as he sends spies into the land to see what's going on and can we do this. In Numbers chapter 13, verse 30, it begins with, Then Caleb silenced the people before Moses and said, We should go up and take possession of the land, for we can certainly do this. But then the men who had gone up with him said, We can't attack these people. They are stronger than we are. And they spread among the Israelites a bad report that the land they had explored. They said, The land we explored devours the living in it, and all the people we saw there are of great size. So here's Moses and this generation of people. And God has told them, trust me, go into the promised land. I will protect you. I will provide this land for you. But they're left with fear. They're left with, half of the spies saying we can do it, but the other spies are saying we can't. And so Moses is faced with, what do I do? Do I trust God and enter in this land? Or do I trust these spies who say we can't do it? We're not strong enough. And you know what? Moses and this generation, they didn't trust God. And so they were left with 40 more years of wandering in the desert, in the wilderness, without a home and without a nation. Fast forward 40 years, and Joshua is ready to enter the promised land that God had provided for he and his generation. He sends spies into the land just like Moses, but here's what they came back to say. In Joshua 2:24, they said to Joshua, "The Lord has surely given the whole land into our hands. All the people are melting in fear because of us." What a difference. I mean, here's Joshua and Moses tasked with the same thing. Leave the wilderness, trust God, enter the land. And they approach it totally different. So what happened? What changed for Joshua's generation? And the thing is that Joshua and his generation had spent 40 years watching their parents not trust God. But they had watched God continue to provide for them and protect them. They continued to watch God have a plan, God have the details, and God protect them along the way. You see, Joshua and his generation, they didn't need to know all the details of how they were going to take this land. They didn't need to know all the details of how they were actually going to get to the goodness of this land, get to the end of God's plan. But they knew that they could trust God. They had learned that along the way while walking in the wilderness, that God was there with them, that God never left them, and that God provided for them. So Joshua and his crew, they didn't have the details, right? And that's kind of true for us in this season. We don't know the details of the unknown. We don't know the details of how we're going to get to the end of this season and what life will look like, but we know that we can trust God. In fact, you probably do this in your life without even realizing it. I know I do. Every time I get on an airplane, I trust the pilot. I may not say that out loud. I may not actively know I'm even doing that, but I get on that plane and I know that I'm going to get to my destination safely. Do I know the details of how the plane is flying? No. Do I know how fast it's going? Do I know what altitude we're at? Do I know really even the path we're taking? I have no idea, but I am trusting that the pilot has done his job, that he is protecting me, that he is going to get me safely to my destination. He's going to do whatever he can to get me there. And so what does that look like? How do we trust God in this season? How do we trust that his plan is good? Because after all, being the center of God's plan, his good plan, man, that's the best place to be, right? And what would it look like if we trusted God with that? If we trusted God in this season, what would our homes look like? What would our small groups look like? What would our friends groups look like? How would we be on the other side of this season if we trusted God with the details and we trusted that he was in control and we trusted that he had a plan? So as we continue in this season of unknown, I want to challenge you with that. I want to challenge you to trust God, to trust that he has a plan, to trust that his plan is good, and trust that he's got the details under control, that he's going to see us through to the end. And so today in small group, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how scary that could be, but also what could it be to trust God? What could it look like to trust God? We'll see you next week.
Man, I think what Jen was talking about was so true. That idea that when the future is unknown, it's really hard to trust that God's plan is the best plan for our life. And I know that for me, that's something that I'm trusting in as I transition off the team here and to my next thing, is that God's plan is the best place for me to be. And that's something over the past 4 years and in the next 4 years and for the rest of your life that I hope is true for you, is that God's plan is the best place for you to be. And so I hope that you decide to trust that that's true. And even though my time here is ending, even though I'm trusting that God's plan is my best place, I'm excited to finish my time here by seeing you guys. And so I have loved every minute of seeing you guys. I have loved every moment that I've got to spend with you guys. And I'm excited to spend a couple more moments with you guys at Patty Cakes on Wednesday and Thursday. So thank you so much. I love you guys a ton. And I hope that you guys are able to continue to trust that the best place for you, just like it is for me, is at the center of God's plan. So as you guys head to small groups, if you're just unsure of how to get there, feel free to text the number on the screen below. Text them your name, grade, and gender. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on Wednesday and Thursday, and we'll see you guys back here for another episode of Transit Live.